coach for his knowledge and experience, especially in the big game.
The more pressure, whether it's a Game 7 or a clinching game or anything like that, he seems more comfortable and really at ease, and he has something about him that makes you feel like really comfortable and just much more relaxed in tough situations.
You look at the experience he has and the experiences he's gone through and the experiences that you know he's drawing from, and you look at the decisions he makes and you trust them and you go with them and you do them to the best of your ability, and that's again the best way to get along with him is when he puts you in the situations. Do whatever it takes and do whatever you can to succeed in those situations, and you'll get along just fine.
And Brett Hull has responded very well to playing under Scotty Bowman with 10 playoff goals in this postseason. Now the question, fellas, had Scotty Bowman never come to Detroit, would the Wings have those Stanley Cup championships in '97 and '98 and be on the verge of perhaps winning another here tonight? Don, Mickey?
All right, well, Dave, my thought is maybe they wouldn't. I think Scotty was the last piece for this puzzle, and I think without him, you can't be sure that they would have won those 2 cups.
I don't think there's any question that Scotty Bowman is the maestro behind the big band, for sure. He came in here, Don, the first year. He just observed. He didn't say much. He looked around and said, what needs to be fixed here? And nobody better to fix that thing. He had all the tools in his bag to do that. He is responsible for bringing this thing all together. He's the maestro.
If he wins tonight, or in Game 6 and 7, and wins his 9th cup, do you think he's through? Is he going to retire?
I don't think so. I think he loves what he's doing right now still too much. He's healthy. He's having a lot of fun still. But it's funny that he said he'd already made a decision. That got into the press. He's never done that before. Pretty interesting.
All right. All right, Mickey, this place right now, when you talk about the players and the fans and these people that are here now tonight are as wild and as jacked as we've ever seen. And Ray Say is out there and amongst them. Ray?
Don, game time is near, and for thousands of crazed Red Wings fans, that means it's time to get busy, time to go to work, time to help the Red Wings bring home the Stanley Cup. Is everybody ready to do this? As always, there is a cast of characters gathered out here, and we have them here for you, 3 very special guests, beginning with none other than Elmo. Elmo doesn't speak, but he has a prediction. Elmo, Red Wings gonna do it tonight? There's the nod. We move on to Chili Joe, who has a special recipe. What do you have there, Chili Joe?
Well, I've got octopus in here and some water from the old Olympia Stadium on Grand River, and it's gonna bring the Red Wings good luck.
Enough to feed everyone here?
You got it, buddy.
Now we move on to a man who needs no introduction. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is him. You have a lot of work to do around the world. Why here? Why at the show tonight?
Ray, there's no miracles needed inside. We are going to send the Hurricanes to the Lord's penalty box, otherwise known as HE double hockey stick.
Now for the prediction, Your Holiness.
Prediction, I'm going to say 6-1 Red Wings, and everybody will listen to Mojo in the morning on Channel 955.
You heard it right here. How about a Red Wings cheer? Let's go, Red Wings! Let's go, Red Wings! Don, they're ready to go. Back to you.
Thank you, Ray. He found some characters, didn't he?
I'll tell you what, if it's 6-1, that power play better be going.
That's exactly right. All right, let's deal with the players. This is a pretty tough situation they're in. The anticipation of winning the Cup, yet having to win the 4th game of the Stanley Cup Finals. Here's some thoughts from some of the Wings on tonight's game.
We know what's at hand. We know our situation, and we know that they're going to come out and play extremely hard. We know they have no quit in them, and they're going to come out and throw their best game at us. So we have to come out and just worry about ourselves, but at the same time, we got to make sure we're matching their effort.
It's a weird feeling to think that it's one win, even at the beginning of the playoffs. You have 16 wins, and it's almost like, you count them down, you count them down, you count them down, and now we're at the point where it's within grasp, and we just we have to stay just focused and ready through 60 more minutes, and it could be ours.
What a tough situation for the players. I can't imagine what's going through their minds right now. Coming up next, Associate Coach Barry Smith joins us live from Inside Joe as we talk some hockey and some strategy for this Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Mick and I are back for more Game Day live from Joe Louis Arena.
your neighborhood.
I think you proved in many ways that a good local station is deeply involved at every level with its community.
We're a family team. We listen to our viewers.
Your country.
I think the viewers depend on us to be professional and to keep emotions out of it as much as we can.
Your world.
We try very hard every day to connect Americans to the rest of the world in some meaningful way. It's serious journalism for people that are serious about news.
Action News and World News Tonight, only on Channel 7.
We need a change of strategy here. We're getting beat up on the economy. We've got to do a better job of blocking out the special interests. More offense on education and jobs and defense. We need more protection for our seniors. Guard their pensions. This is no time for rookies. We need someone out there who knows how to make things happen. But who, Coach? Blanchard? Suit up.
Jim Blanchard, back with a winning economic plan for everyone that will get Michigan working again.
Just announced, Ford Division will waive your first month's payment on most 2002 models in stock for AZ and D-Plan employees. Up to $400 in savings when you buy or lease through Ford Credit. It's all to kick off our June sales event. Plus, now all AXZ and D-Plan employees and eligible family members get an additional $500 bonus cash on Taurus to lower your monthly payment. So hurry, the Ford Division waive payment program ends July 1st. Get to your Metro Detroit Ford dealer today.
This is your appetite talking, and this is a tasty alert. You're not gonna believe this, baby.
Right now, you can get 5 Arby's melts for just $5. All that tender, juicy roast beef.
Surrender to the tender.
Smothered in hot, tangy cheddar cheese sauce.
Cheese me, baby.
5 Arby's melts, just $5. Only for a short time at Arby's.
Give in to your grown-up taste.
And welcome back to Red Wing Game Day. Joining us from inside Joe Louis Arena, Associate Coach Barry Smith, who has been so kind throughout these playoffs to talk to Mickey and I. And Barry, I'll start this thing off. I guess you've been through this before. The guys, most of them, 10 of them in that locker room have been through this before with the Wings in 97, 98. The emotions tonight as you try to win a hockey game, knowing what's at the end of this thing if you win, how difficult is that?
Well, the biggest thing is playing the first period. You want to get out there and play the game as quickly as possible because the locker room is just a place where you are just contemplating what's going to happen, thinking about what you're doing, focusing, getting yourself mentally prepared for the first period.
Barry, we understand that Yuri Slager is going to go in for Yuri Fisher. What are the plans for him as far as his partner and most of the night? Will you see it as it plays out in the game?
Well, he's going to start out playing with Chris Chelios, having the same routine that Fisher did. And we feel that by playing with Chelios, he can help him. He's a great defenseman to play with, so he's going to have a chance to work with him. And from there, we'll take a look at his ice time, and based upon how he's playing, go from whatever situation that he calls for.
How about the 2 days off, Barry? Steve Yzerman has said earlier in the playoffs that he'd like to go back-to-back with that knee, get it loosed up. The rest of the guys, pretty tough to focus for 2 days straight to kind of wait for this thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the first day we had off, we just came down for a meeting, and yes, we skated yesterday, and we're prepared to go today. So we can't do anything about the scheduling. We just have to do the best we can with it and get ready to play tonight.
Barry, thanks very much. We appreciate you taking the time for us throughout the playoffs here, and have a good night. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Mickey. Thanks, Don.
All right, guys. When we come back, we'll follow the Cup on its journey today from Toronto to Joe Louis Arena, right outside the arena. Red Wing Game Day back right after this. Please don't go away.
Find great gifts for Dad at Kohl's 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday. Come in and save on hundreds of items store-wide. Save 50% on all men's Dockers and Crofton Barrow shorts. Summer's here. Now's the time to get half off all men's swimwear. And surprise them with 40 to 50% savings on all men's golf apparel. Come see why 2 days of savings are better than one at Kohl's 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Kohl's, that's more like it.
Red Wing fans, have we got news for you? Everything you ever wanted to know about your Detroit Red Wings is at redwingsworld.com. Become a member and take advantage of exclusive virtual tours. Chat with your favorite players. Fantastic Wings prizes. Have your messages posted on Joe Vision during a game. And much more, all at your fingertips. Register for a membership now because no one has more on the Red Wings than redwingsworld.com.
Attention homeowners, money problems got you at the end of your rope? Loan Giant's .0 loan will set you free. With payments under 7.5% and no points. That's right, payments under 7.5% and no points no matter what your credit.
Call 1-800-CALL-ANDY right now.
LoanGiant.com. Any mortgage, any credit, anytime. Unbeatable.
Go anywhere else for a loan, and you're paying too much.
All right, I got to come down, guys. Guys!
Deciding on the kind of landscaping you want for your home can be difficult.
But deciding on Angela's Landscape Supply was easy.
That's because they have the area's largest outdoor display.
And countless types of mulch, boulders, decorative stone, and brick. You name it, they have it.
Their U-Haul cement plant and rental equipment are perfect for all you handymen.
Best of all, it's a terrific staff who can walk you through the entire landscaping process or refer you to the contractor's list.
Stop by Angela's Landscape Supplies. You'll be glad you did.
My goodness, look at all the people at Hockeytown Cafe as they gather to watch the Red Wings play on Joe Vision. And yeah, Chili Joe and his octopus chili right behind us getting ready for the game as well. Just think about some of the pressure the Wings are facing today. They've got family and friends from all over the country, from all over Canada, maybe even from Europe, coming here tonight in anticipation of them winning the Cup. Our Sandy Hang has a little bit more on that story as the Wings get ready to play tonight and the kinds of pressures that they are facing. Sandy?
Well, for that very reason, a lot of the players stayed at a hotel last night. The idea is to focus. Morning practice, the Wings working away the tension. I watched with famed hockey coach Don Cherry.
I'm telling you, if I know Scotty right now, he's a little worried about this game tonight because the Hurricanes are going to come out smoking.
You play a team that's with their backs against the wall, they usually come out with their best effort, and that's exactly what we expect tonight.
I think a lot of the guys a little closer to game time will be a little more, thinking about the game and a little more nervous.
The trick is turning those raw nerves into energy on the ice.
Just try to focus my thoughts on other things and on the task at hand and, the little things that you want to do tonight.
Turn your phone off. Don't turn the TV or radio on. Don't read the newspaper. That's just try to, we just have to take this as it's one game.
You just deal with it.
And trainer John Wharton says a couple of players actually get sick before the game. They get butterflies and a nervous stomach so much. But the key, he says, is to get it over with before the game and then focus when you get on the ice. Reporting live from the Joe, I'm Sandy Heng, Channel 7 Action News. Go Wings!
Thank you, Sandy. The Stanley Cup, it's talked about so much in this city. It's revered. It has such history. It arrived in our area today, and we were the only television station there when it got here. Alvera Clark has that story. Val?
Hey, Don, I love this headline. Don. Cup waits in the wings. This only tells part of the story, though, because the Stanley Cup is also waiting on the wings to wrap this up here at the Joe tonight.
Making its very first ever appearance at the Windsor Railway Station, Lord Stanley's Cup created quite a stir today. About 4 hours earlier, hockey's Holy Grail left its home at the Hall of Fame in Toronto. To their absolute delight, fans who'd waited for hours not only got to see the cup, but to touch, kiss, photograph, and pose with the trophy of trophies.
What's so special about Lord Stanley?
Oh, it's the greatest trophy on earth, I believe.
What makes it so?
Hockey, great Canadian game. It's what we all want.
Among the most excited, a third cousin of Red Wing player Luke Robitaille.
What would you like to say to Luke?
Good luck, Luke. You better score the winning goal for me. For my friends, we're going to be watching. We want to see it.
I want to see him holding that cup finally.
Yeah, I want to see him hold the cup.
As for the keeper of the cup, he'll display it in Canada all right, but keep it deep undercover in Detroit.
What is unique about hockey is the superstition in that. The teams, the players, they don't want to know the cup's in the building until it's actually time to win. So we keep a low key on it, keep it away from the media, the fans, and everything, and we'll wait until game time and see what happens from there, whether it's coming out or whether we're traveling back to Carolina for Game 6.
No. We're not going back to Carolina for Game 6. The Stanley Cup is not the only coveted trophy, though, that made the trip down from Toronto. The Conn Smythe Trophy is also here. That is, of course, the MVP trophy. We last Management. We're hoping that both of those trophies make an appearance here tonight. Live at the Joe, I'm Val Clark, Channel 7 Action News. Don, back to you.
All right, Val, thank you very much. You mentioned the Conn Smythe, and you saw the guys with beards and everything, and I know they're going to be glad when this thing is over.
Oh, it's nice to get the razor out. They put them away for a couple of months. What a tradition. I don't know where that started, but when it's all over, guys are happy to get the faces shaved clean and get going a little bit back to regular.
If you had to pick the Conn Smythe right now, Mickey, who would it be?
That's really tough. I can give you a bunch of names. Hasek, Yzerman, Chelios, I think he'll get some. Lidstrom, Fedorov. I mean, there's 4 or 5 guys.
Tonight's game might decide it, actually.
Exactly.
It's that close.
I mean, they've all done enough good things in the playoffs. Brett Hull, 10 goals. I mean, what more can you ask? They all would get a lot of votes and could very easily be the Conn Smythe winner.
When Mick and I come back, we will talk about some of the veterans on this team who are aching, praying, hoping, wishing that tonight is their night to win the Stanley Cup. Let them see red. We're back after this.
Well, actually, I keep coming back because of the service that I get. I get a lot of good personal service, and both Bob Moran and Jerry Vogt, they think they know a lot about hockey. They give me a lot of suggestions. I don't use any of them, so that's probably why we do pretty well. Is that okay?
Motor City Casino. Motor City Casino, it's the top. Get your slice of the pie at Motor City Casino. Motor City Casino.
Now through July 28th, we're giving away 7 new Ford Thunderbirds and $500,000 in cash during our Birds and Bucks giveaway.
Supercharged action, Detroit style. Oh!
Hidden in the woodlands of Michigan is the deep source of Abso-Pure spring water. Cool, crisp water is purified naturally, then rises to the surface. But only after daily testing for taste and wholesome quality can it be called naturally clean, naturally clear, Abso-Pure.
Naturally Abso-Pure.
We had a little get-together. So we called our old insurance company.
We told them we needed 2 tow trucks and 2 rental cars.
I know we only have one policy.
You get what you pay for.
That's when we switched to Nationwide. We can work over the phone, over the net, or with an agent who really understands.
She understands it was your fault.
Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Insurance is on your side whether you need life, home, auto, or business insurance. For the service you deserve, call your local Nationwide agent today.
Cadillac. Breakthrough. Join the Cadillac Summer Jam for this attractive offer. See dealer for residency restrictions.
There's a big crowd on the steps of the Joe waiting to party tonight and hoping that it turns out in the Wings' favor and everybody can go home happy. I know a couple of guys that'll go home happy, maybe besides, you know, the guys that have won the thing before, but there are certainly some guys on this team, and let's start with the goalie, Dominic Hasek. A bundle of awards, a lot of trophies, but no Stanley Cups. This guy's got to be having butterflies big time tonight.
He's got it all done. You know, he's got Olympic gold. Look at this play the other night. A good decision, a gamble, but a good gamble. And he's done a lot better in coming out of the net. No shortage of heart fills for Detroit fans going into Carolina. But you know what? I think they put him on the shelf. He was very, very under control. Kept it simple, kept it basic, and did a really good job. But Dominic Hasek, along with Luc Robitaille, and of course
right here,
Freddie Olason, Steve Duchesne, these guys came to the Red Wing organization because they knew they had a great chance to compete for the Stanley Cup. And they had not had one, along with a couple other guys, Fisher, Devereaux, etc. But this is what these players have dreamt about for the time they were knee-high to a grasshopper, growing up and playing hockey, and it doesn't get any better than this. They're all very, very good players, in their own right. A lot of them are going to the Hall of Fame, but there's nothing better than winning the Stanley Cup, because that's all there is. You can play 25 years and be a great player, but if you don't win the trophy, it's like there's a big hole in your career.
And in many cases, they came here because this was the best chance for them to win, and they took less money to come here.
Absolutely. They're joining Bowman. They're joining Yzerman, Shanahan, Fedorov, Lidstrom. They looked at this team and they thought, you know what? My best shot to win the Stanley Cup is with the Detroit Red Wings. As tough as Scotty can be on the players sometimes, that's the part of the madness that gets them where they are today. And you love him dearly for being the way he is. Players have said that back to the Montreal days.
Boy, you plan it, and it doesn't always work out. For them, it's on the verge of working out beautifully. You know, the ice conditions have been a source of controversy, both in here at the Joe Louis Arena and in Carolina throughout this series. But I think it'll be pretty good tonight for that part of the story and how it might affect the game. Let's go to Freddie Human. Fred?
Yeah, Don, the heat is down. That should help. I'm in the Wings alumni room where former Red Wings like John O'Grodnick and company, I'm sure, tell classic old stories about the ice surfaces of yesteryear. Ice surfaces are indeed a lot better in these days. In the Red Wings arena, Joe Louis is considered one of the best. But there has been some griping about the ice in this series. They took offense to it here, and believe me, they took action. The slickest subject in this series is the condition of the Joe Louis Arena ice, a proud staple of arena engineer Tom Schlang and the Iceman, the Zamboni driver himself, Al Sabatka.
Anytime you introduce heat through the building or to the building, from open doors, open louvers on the side of the building through air handlers, it wants to go right to the ice, because thermodynamic properties say hot goes to cold. That's the second law of thermodynamics.
The first law is, don't slow down the high-flying Red Wings. Schlang says 330 tons of extra cooling and a whole lot of dehumidified air have been brought in just for this series.
You're as cold as ice.
Well, it's just the snow that we just shaved off. I like it to be nice and fine and flaky, not soggy and all wet. So, show you again here. This is nice and fine.
Nice and fine.
Right.
It's cold.
Well, it's cold, yeah. It's snow, you know.
Zamboni machine ever had a bad day?
No, Zamboni's been very good to me over all these years. Can't complain. Like a Mercedes, you know.
You're as cold as ice.
All right, you heard correctly. That is 300 tons of coolant brought in. And when Mr. and Mrs. Ilitch found out there were problems, they said, spare no expenses. We're going to get this right, and the ice should be, as you said, Donnie, in perfect condition tonight for both teams.
All right, Freddie, thank you so much. Mick, they've done a lot to make it better, and this does bother the players. You see that puck bouncing over their sticks. I don't like that very much at all.
There's nothing worse than ice that gets a lot of snow on it. As you look at part of the paraphernalia,
man,
that they've got 25 holes in the side of Joe Louis Arena with all those pipes coming in to circulate air. But a sloppy ice surface with a lot of snow is a detriment to a skilled team like the Red Wings. So they want to keep it as clean and good as they can for as long as they can. The one thing I do know, normally they keep the ice surface right where the players skate at 0 degrees in the middle of the winter. But with 72 degrees temperatures out here right now, this ice surface tonight will be around 7 to 12 degrees. Not bad for 72 degrees.
Okay, very important as far as the game is concerned as well. Mickey and I are back for more Red Wing Game Day. Stay with us right here, live from outside Joe Louis, and you look at some of the jerseys that are hanging as you walk up the steps to the arena. They've been here throughout the playoffs.
This week's Lexus $1 Million Shootout Golf Clinic was held at the Rackham Golf Course in Huntington Woods, where golf professional Karen Peake tutored a group of Channel 7 viewers. Lexus wants to help perfect your game and give you a chance to win a new Lexus ES 300 and take a shot at making a hole-in-one for a cool $1 million. Enter to take part at DETnow.com or send a postcard to WXYZ TV, Post Office Box 789, Southfield 48037. And now, this week's Lexus Golf Tip. Here's Channel 7's Dave Llewellyn.
We're at Oakland Hills Country Club, site of the 2002 U.S. Amateur Golf Championship, August 19th through the 25th, with head golf professional Pat Croswell. And Pat, a good golf swing begins with solid fundamentals.
Correct.
The one we want to review today is the grip. When we look at the grip, what we see is most players have a tendency to take the golf club and put it too high in their left hand, up in the palm of their left hand where they can't hold on to the club firmly. What we want to be able to do is take the golf club, put it more in the fingers of the left hand. We want to take our V's formed by our thumb and index finger of both hands and point them to the right shoulder. When we do this, it enables us to hinge the golf club and keep the club face straight. So grip, more in the fingers, V's to our right shoulder, and David, that'll allow us to hit that golf ball long and straight.
That'll allow you to hit that golf ball long and straight. Thank you.
When reviewing the Lexus LS 430, Automobile Magazine said, no car in this class has more inviting leather, a more comfortable ride, a superior stereo, or a more logical navigation system. Perhaps this is why, for the second year in a row, Automobile Magazine has named the LS 430 the best luxury car over $40,000. To its owners, it's the best luxury sedan in the world. The LS 430 at lead Lexus of Southfield and Lakeside and Lexus of Ann Arbor.
The Joe is jumping as the fans are going into Joe Louis Arena. Boy, we're not too far away. As you see our clock up in the right-hand corner, a little more than 39 minutes away from them dropping the puck here on Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. We have to talk about the captain because he has been sensational, playing virtually on one knee, one leg. He hopes to once again hoist the Stanley Cup. Your thoughts on this man, and maybe about whether or not there's an argument now that could take place on who the greatest wing ever is, Gordie Howe or Steve Yzerman?
Well, you know, I don't know. Steve Yzerman has really had some misfortune over the years of being hurt in the playoffs a lot, if you think back, and he has somehow persevered. Last year he really couldn't. He had the broken foot, he and Brendan Shanahan, but I mean, it's no secret. He's playing on one leg this year with that knee problem, and I'll tell you what, I don't know what you can say about this guy. He has developed into a player over 200 feet of ice surface that is one of the best players in the National Hockey League. He's a great defensive player, face-offs, kills penalties. He's had 65 goals, 170 points. He's done all that stuff. It became more important to him in the last 5-6 years. Now we need Stanley Cups. I gotta get what's really important here. The personal stuff doesn't matter anymore. And even though he averages maybe a point a game now, even in the playoffs, he is considered, I think, very quietly, a quiet leader, the best in the game of hockey today.
You didn't answer the part of the question that I'm most curious about. Is there an argument between who's the best?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I personally am one that doesn't like to compare eras because I don't think the game's so different, as you know, today than it was then. There's no other Gordie Howe. There never will be another Gordie Howe. But you know what? It's probably likely there will never be another Steve Yzerman either. So I would have to say you take those two guys. Anytime there's a Red Wing, the best this, the best that, number 19 and number 9 are going to be right in the middle of it.
All right. Certainly the Hurricanes are in a virtually impossible situation since only one team has ever come back 3-1, and that was in 42, and it was against the Red Wings, and it was Toronto to win the series. But you know what? It's pretty darn tough, and Jay Barry had a chance to talk to the Canes about their mindset coming into this game down 3-1.
The weight on their shoulders is beyond comprehension. Somehow, some way, they hope to, if nothing else, stay alive. And being party poopers wouldn't hurt either.
I would like to think that we have better motivation than trying to delay a party, but sure make it a lot easier getting to the airport, wouldn't it?
Good to see the coach hasn't lost that dry humor of his. For many of the Canes, it's time for reflection, realizing the inevitable.
Considering your relationship with these guys there and having played with them so many years, you might have more to lose than most in this locker room. I mean, you got your name on the cup, but you got to deal with these guys.
I thought that at the start of the series, but I think at this point it's giving myself too much credit or putting too much pressure on myself, just thinking that it mattered in any capacity. I'm with a new group of guys, and nothing about the situation really actually that I built it out to be has turned out to be that case. It's a series of hockey games, and that's where it ends. It's entertainment, and there's nothing personal. It's played out on the ice, and after that, it's over with.
It's an incredibly tough position for them, and as I said, it's only been done once. Mick, I know they got a chance because they're playing, but other than that, they really don't have much chance, even though you're uncomfortable with me saying that.
Well, you know, you don't let those chickens before they hatch, you know what I mean? Yeah. what I want to say about that is that this team, I'm sure they're a little bit fragile right now, and it's very, very important for Carolina to get the lead. It'll be more important for them than it will be the Red Wings. But Red Wings dominated in Carolina, and they dominated defensively by keeping the darn puck away from them all night long. They need to get a forecheck going, Don. They haven't done much of that, and they've sat back way too much. Look for that to try to change tonight.
All right, the Red Wings are ready, the fans are ready, the media is ready, and guess what? So is the city. They are really ready for the fans and the celebration. We'll deal with that story as you look down on the spirit of Detroit, the big Red Wing jersey. Coming up next on Red Wing Game Day.
Red Wings Game Day is brought to you in part by Rock Financial.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Rock Financial. When you think Rock Financial, think the mortgage experts. We've been serving our clients right here in Michigan for 16 years with superior service and innovative home loans.
And now's the time to refinance. Rates are still low. Don't wait. At Rock Financial, you can lower your monthly payment, get cash back, and close quickly.
Let Rock Financial design a mortgage to fit your needs. Call the mortgage experts today at 800-731-ROCK.
Every day, Art Van prices are incredibly low. Every sale, our prices get even lower. During Art Van's price rollback sale, our prices get rolled back to their absolute lowest. Find prices below our store-wide sale prices. This 5-piece living room was $24.90. Sale price $13.88. Save an extra $139, now $12.49. Plus, there's no down payment, no interest, and no payments for 1 full year. And Art Van pays your sales tax. Don't miss Art Van's price rollback sale. Going on now.
You've probably felt the thrill of anticipation. The dice tumbling down the table. But at Casino Windsor, feel it so much more. With 10 times odds on craps and a currency exchange rate that gives you up to 50% more. Casino Windsor. Absolutely more of what you are looking for.
Hidden in the woodlands of Michigan is the deep source of Abso-Pure spring water. Cool, crisp water is purified naturally, then rises to the surface. But only after daily testing for taste and wholesome quality can it be called naturally clean, naturally clear. Abso-Pure.
Naturally Abso-Pure.
And welcome back to Red Wing Game Day. Nice chopper shot going up the river right there. Certainly the Red Wings have prepared properly to beat the Carolina Hurricanes tonight and advance on into and win the Stanley Cup Finals, I should say. And let's bring Mickey in here and talk a little bit about the key things that what might happen tonight. Anything different from the past games, or are we looking at pretty much staying the same?
I touched on the fact that they would like to forecheck. What's been going on down here is that Carolina all year was not a team that sat back and just simply played a 1-2-2 defensive style or the three-man trap at center ice. They've been doing it out here because they've had to do it. And they, as much as coaches just absolutely hate the word, let's open it up. Oh, my gosh. Because the players see the barn door, by gosh, and they're gone. They need to open it up to a degree, get the puck in the Red Wing zone, and start to cycle. They got some good, big, young forwards that can do that. They got completely out of that game, especially in Game 4 in Carolina. And if they can't do it again tonight, they're going to be in big trouble.
All right, we've been sitting here outside Joe Louis Arena, but you know what? There's a pretty good view from up above. Let's go to Craig Smith up in our chopper. Craig?
Well, thanks a lot, Don. Should the Red Wings win, or let me rephrase that, when they win tonight, folks try to work their way downtown, these freeways will be closed. Northbound and southbound I-75 near 375, southbound I-75 at Mac, southbound Lodge at the Fisher, eastbound I-96, that ramp to the Lodge, and also portions of southbound Woodward. Now, after the congestion kind of clears up a little bit, the downtown area, the freeways will be open. As far as freeway system looks downtown, I don't see any problems as folks work their way into the Joe Louis Arena. Go Wings! Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Craig. As I said, the Wings are ready to play the Hurricanes, and the city is ready for what might happen when the Wings beat the Hurricanes. For that aspect of what will be going on in our city tonight after this game, let's go to Gordon Lesh. Gordon?
Well, Don, hundreds of people have been coming down here to the Spirit of Detroit to get pictures with the statue with the Red Wings jersey on it. Many more could be coming out later tonight if the Red Wings win, and police want to take every precaution. They want to keep an eye on this situation and make sure things do not get out of control. Detroit police are working with the Sheriff's Department as well as state police. Everybody's got extra patrols on. They are on foot. They are going by cruiser. They are on bikes. Some will even be on horseback later tonight. They are planning to keep an eye on this crowding situation. They don't believe it will be a problem. It was not a problem back in 97 or 98 when the Red Wings won the Stanley Cup championship back then. They do not expect it to be a problem this year, but they do want to keep an eye on the situation. The Sheriff's Department, the fire marshals, rather, are also going to be checking in with some of the bars in the area to make sure that there's no overcrowding and make sure that it's not beyond capacity and that it's getting dangerous. We're live downtown. Gordon Lash, Channel 7 Action News.
All right, thank you very much, Gordon. Coming up next, one of my favorite segments. It's Ask Mickey time. Your questions to the Mick, his answers. It's always fun. As you look at our set from behind. Detroit Red Wings 1996-97 Stanley Cup champs backwards.
Got to be in the mirror.
After this. Yeah, it's the mirror.
There's great food, great fun, and great atmosphere. At Hockeytown Cafe, it's where every hockey fan is welcome. Well, almost every hockey fan. Hockeytown Cafe. Eat, drink, and live hockey.
7 days of deep discount. It's wall-side windows, deep discount sale, and only Michigan's largest manufacturer of vinyl replacement windows could do it. Wall-side has taken its factory direct price and discounted it even more to the lowest prices in years. Plus, get these energy-saving extras. Free argon gas and free low-E glass. And no payments till October. Wall-side 7 days of deep discounts. Hurry, only 2 days left. Call 1-800-521-7800.
If you want to talk tough, come on. I mean, really tough. I mean, Detroit tough. Then you talk the new Ford F-150 from your Metro Detroit Ford dealer. It's the official truck of the Detroit Fury Arena football team.
The current AZD plan lets you can lease a tough F-150 Super Camp 4x4 for $284 a month with only $1609 to its signing. Only $284 a month.
Heck, that's why I use mine every day at practice. Right, boys?
Can't resist playing around with stuff? Well, at Best Buy, you can play around with anything you want. Actually, we encourage it. Best Buy. Go ahead. Turn on the fun.
At Bell Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest out-the-door prices every day. Plus, free mounting, balancing, you know. But now, out-the-door pricing is even more incredible with another free extra. Buy 4 tires and get something really big. A AAA Michigan membership free for a whole year. Already a member? Show your card at Bell Tire and save even more. Hey, this may be tiny. It's a really big deal. For the best prices, the best service, and a little something extra.
Bell Tire.
Welcome back live to Red Wings Game Day, and it is a little bit easier to read the banner over Mick's shoulder now than it was a moment ago. Let's get to the Ask Mickey questions. We got a couple of pretty good ones. First of all, if the Wings win Game 5 tonight, will Yuri Fisher be allowed to be part of the celebration?
Without question, he'll be front and center in the celebration because he was such a big part of the hockey team. What a play he made the other night in Carolina for Igor Larionov to score the 2-0 goal in Game 4. He's had a huge playoff, and he hopes that he doesn't have to play another game.
Yeah.
And go back to Carolina. He hopes they win it tonight. Unfortunate he might not be in there, but you know what? He's 21. He's got a great career ahead of him, and yes, his name will be on the cup.
And we should point out, Mick, some of the politics involved with the name being on the cup and the qualifications to get your name on the cup.
Well, the deal goes basically, and it's not simple. Either you play 40 games during the regular season and or play in one Stanley Cup game. So if Yuri Sliger's in tonight, he'll get his name in the Stanley Cup automatically. How about Sean Avery? 36 games. Jason Williams, 25. Max Kuznetsov, 39, right on the border. Those players probably will be on the cup anyway, but that's the criteria. 1 game in the finals or 40 in the regular season.
All right, let's go inside to our Dave Llewellyn, who's got something for us. Davey?
Well, Don, you know, if the Red Wings win tonight, it would be the 4th Stanley Cup ring for one Joey Kocur. He earned his first with the Rangers back in '94 before returning to the Red Wings to continue his career. An original grind liner, Joe Kocur played on the Wings' last 2 cup-winning teams. He scored a highlight reel goal in Game 1 against the Flyers in the 1997 finals after being rescued from the beer leagues by Scotty Bowman.
It was kind of a storybook finish to that year. I started playing with the alumni team, then I went to the beer leagues, then I went down to the International League and played 5 games, and Scotty called me back and gave me a chance to play. I guess I never gave up, but there was a lot of talk that it was probably over, but I just got to thank Scotty. He gave me a chance to play again, and I played 3 or 4 more years and got two more cups out of it.
Kocur remains with the Wings in an important off-ice role, serving as the team's video coordinator.
Every play that happens on the ice, I punch into the keyboard, which in turn goes into the hard drive on the computer. After the period is finished, the coaches come in, whatever they want to see, whether it be forechecking, goals, assists, anything like that, I can pull up in just a matter of seconds off my hard drive.
He still occasionally puts the skates on, as he did before Game 4 in Carolina. Kocur scrimmaged with the Black Aces, but his focus now is helping prepare the current Red Wings.
When I first retired watching the game, I watched the puck, I watched the game as you would watch the game. Sitting in the room here with the coaches, you watch the game a little differently. You're looking behind the play, you're looking at what other players are doing, and you're learning more about the game, and this, I hope, is a stepping stone to a coaching career.
And I think he would be an outstanding coach as well. He played on 3rd and 4th lines during his career, as he told me. Got to sit and watch a lot, absorb a lot, and he's anxious to be able to now pass that knowledge along to others. That's the story from here inside the Red Wings alumni room. Don and Mick, we'll send it back to you.
All right, they found something else for Joey Kocur to do a little differently from what he used to do, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what. You see those hands, folks, that they were on that keyboard? They look nice and pretty. I was covering this team when these guys, he and Bob Probert, used to mayhem in the NHL, and he had those fists going, knocking people out all the time. I'm going to tell you, that's nice to see, Joey. Keep it up. And he would make a good coach, too.
And that's exactly what he wants to do. We've got more Ask Mickey, and Mick and I will also talk about the Illiches, Mike and Marion, their impact on this city with their hockey team as you look at our city. We're back with more Red Wing Game Day after this.
Well, I've been a nurse a long time, but even I can't remember when there wasn't a Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I had asthma when I was a kid, and sometimes my parents would have to take me to the hospital. Mom would say to Dad, "Don't forget the card." And I always knew it was the Blue Cross Blue Shield card.
It's only a card, I know, and they're certainly not perfect, but one thing's for sure, that the Blues are different than other insurance companies.
For one thing, they're local. If I want to talk to somebody, I'm not calling 3 time zones away.
The Blues are a safety net. They take care of people instead of looking for excuses not to.
I just think it's very comforting, knowing that Blue Cross has been around for so long, and that they always will be. At least you hope so.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan is a non-profit corporation and an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? You want to grab some dinner?
Oh, it's you. You don't call for ages, and I'm just supposed to say, hi, great, dinner, fine.
No, yeah, but
That's nothing. Did you hibernate or something?
Whoa.
Hey, you're around.
Yeah.
Look up, see blue. Labatt Blue.
You must be so hungry.
Oh, yeah.
We have a new word for options, standard. The Mercury Sable LS Premium, the smart alternative with dozens of luxuries, standard. Leather seating surfaces, AVS, all no charge. And now returning AZ and D-Plan employee lessees can lease Mercury Sable for just $245 a month with no first month payment, no security deposit, and just $1,000 cash due at signing. See your Metro Detroit Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
scenes outside Joe Louis Arena as the crowd is arriving, and really most of them getting inside already. And there you see them coming up the steps, and some of the jerseys as you walk up the steps that we were talking about earlier. Let's talk about the Illiches, because Mike Illich and Marion Illich have done a marvelous job with this hockey team, and it meant something tremendously special to Mr. Illich a number of years back when Steve Eisman brought that cup over to him, the first cup the Wings had won in 40-some years.
Yes.
Your thoughts on Mike and Marion and the job they've done?
Well, you know, these folks started out supporting minor hockey in Detroit with the Little Caesars program, so many, many, many years. A lot of time and money put into that, and they did it not knowing at the time, I'm sure, that they were going to end up owning the Detroit Red Wings of the National Hockey League, but they have not been afraid to do whatever they needed to do as owners of this team to make the team competitive for the Red Wings' sake and for the people of Detroit and Red Wing fans all over the world, really. But they have, the one thing you want as a player is if you know your ownership is willing to spend the dollars or do whatever it is. I mean, it's not just player salaries. There's so many other things that go into it. But to make the moves that you need to make, whether money's involved or not, to make your team as competitive as it possibly can be and give you the best possible chance to win it all, that's what brings players to an organization like that. And believe me, players know when organizations don't work.
Right.
And what they do know when they're here in Detroit, and that's why they come here, because it works in Detroit.
And I couldn't resist the second Ask Mickey question. Check
Absolutely.
this out from Dan of Livonia. I need 2 tickets to Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Mick, can you help me out?
Absolutely. Now, what time is it? About 10 minutes to 8?
Yeah, 5
You can get down here from Livonia. I got a couple sitting right here for you, pal.
Just got to get here in about 5
I
minutes.
don't even have a ticket. I'm going to be wandering around the building all over the place tonight.
Some final thoughts from Mickey and myself when Red Wing Game Day continues. Please don't go away. We're awfully close to dropping the puck.
Don't be one of the 80% of adult Americans who suffer from sleep deprivation. Sleep better, America, with a new 2002 Simmons Beauty Rest mattress set from Art Van. Right now, save 35 to 50% on all of Art Van's 2002 Simmons collection, starting at just $59, including Simmons Beauty Rest and the Olympic Queen Beauty Rest. Plus, you do not pay for 1 full year, and Art Van pays your sales tax, all with free next-day delivery, or your mattress is free. Get a new 2002 Simmons mattress set today at Art Van.
What are you doing here? I'm fighting for my country.
The Corps developed a new code based on the Navajo language. Protect the code at all costs.
Seen any combat, Yazzie? Looking forward to getting into some. Let's go! You're doing good today, Dad. It was a noble thing that you did.
Critics are hailing Wind Talkers as stunningly powerful, calling it a film that delivers an emotional punch. And Premiere Magazine declares, exciting as movie-making gets,
We're gonna make it out of here.
Nicolas Cage in a John Woo film.
Appreciate the love Marines died.
Wind Talkers, rated R. Starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
Now, nobody beats the Toyota Advantage.
What about Honda Accord? It's old. Camry's totally new. It has more power and more on it. And it costs $800 less.
The all-new Toyota Camry does so many things better than Honda Accord. And Camry's got the highest overall safety rating. Now, get a well-equipped Camry for just $259 a month for 48 months with $1354 due at signing. Get the Advantage. See your Toyota dealer before it all ends July 1st.
Mama said don't run with scissors. Don't play with matches. Don't play in traffic. But Mama never said don't do this. What Mama don't know won't hurt her. Aggressive inline, skating edge of sanity. Ready, keep.
Red Wings Game Day on Channel 7 is brought to you in part by Art Van Furniture. We do more for you. And by Wallside Windows. Most preferred, most referred.
Welcome back. We are inching closer to what we hope will be a big celebration tonight. For that to happen, Nick, some keys, some final thoughts on what you think the Wings need to do.
Dominic Hasek, 6 shutouts already. I think he'll be as strong as a wall again tonight. And I think the Red Wing power play, which hasn't done much in the series, is way overdue, and it's going to pop tonight.
All right. From your lips to God's ears, my friend, that's exactly what we hope will happen tonight. We have a huge night ahead here on Channel 7. Obviously, the game is coming up in just a few moments from now. Game 5, Wings and Hurricanes. It'll be Action News at 11 and Red Wing Game Day postgame right after that. But I'm telling you right now, if the Wings win this thing, it is seamless coverage, wall-to-wall coverage live in the locker room, and everything that's going on around the ice and inside this building should the Wings win the Cup tonight. The game's coming up next right here on Channel 7. I'm Don Shane for Mickey Redmond and all of us in the Channel 7 Action Newsroom and the sports guys. Enjoy the hockey game, everybody.